Hey everyone! So I debated for a little while what to talk about today, and I decided to kind of mimic what the YA Rebels are doing. The YA Rebels, of course, is a YouTube channel that I follow rather religiously. I'll put the link to it below. But it's an awesome writing YouTube channel. Check it out if you haven't already. This week they've been talking about writing superstitions and rituals and such. And that got me really thinking about what mine are, especially since I've been working on revisions, which, by the way, I'm done. So I'm going to talk to you about what the rituals and superstitions I have are. It's going to be very fun. Ritual number 1, this. I went to Menchie's. This is my weird thing. When I finish a draft, I go get ice cream. I really only do it for like difficult drafts, which are, for me, first drafts and sometimes with revisions. But there have only been twice for first drafts that I haven't actually gone, and the first time was for NaNoWriMo 2 years ago because I was on a liquid diet, and so I couldn't go get ice cream because I would have like busted it. And the second time was NaNoWriMo last year because I finished at a really odd time at night and I'd already had way too much sugar that week, so I decided not to. I have some rituals I do before I start writing, or very close to the beginning of a novel, which is I have become addicted to making playlists. I'll go through like my iTunes, I'll just like make a playlist, and some of my playlists are a little duplicate-y, but it's still fun. It just helps me pick out the mood for the novel, and I don't know, even if I don't listen to it, I do it anyway. Another ritual I have, and this is kind of a newer one, I watch a lot of NCIS, and I tend to watch a lot of NCIS while I'm writing or revising. So I will like lay on the floor and watch NCIS while I'm writing, and I don't know why that is. It's just something that started like a year ago. But it's a lot of fun. Oh, okay, I don't know if it's like a lot of fun, but it's helpful to me to have that. One of the other rituals I have close to the beginning of a novel is I go and I find quotes. I have this weird thing where I always have to have a quote at the top of my manuscript, kind of like how sometimes at the front of books, like on the first page, there'll be a quote. And so like the quotes I use, like I don't even know if like they would be used if my book ever got published, but it helps me focus. Like if I can open up my manuscript and see that quote at the top of the document, and then that just like helps me like remember the mood behind it or something. I don't know, but I always have to have a quote at the top of my document. If I'm not watching NCIS, I have to either have the TV on or I have to have music playing. I can't work in complete silence. It doesn't work. I just can't do it. I try not to say too much about what I'm writing when I'm writing it, especially like first drafts. I don't tend to let people see them very much. And it's not really so much a I don't know, I just get really self-conscious about it. It's not really like a superstition or anything. It's just, I get really self-conscious about what I'm writing. So yeah, those I guess are my biggest rituals. My roommates, this is the first time I've finished a draft since I moved. And so my roommates have just now discovered what the benefit of living with a writer whose ritual is when she finishes a draft, she gets ice cream. It means they get to go get ice cream too. I hope all is well. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and I will see you next week. See ya!